Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr.
Penny.
Yeah?
The Big Bang Theory's first Thanksgiving episode, The Thanksgiving Decoupling, Season 7, Episode 9, became a standout holiday installment thanks to its humor, emotional depth, and later connections to young Sheldon. The episode revolves around multiple storylines, including Penny discovering her joke marriage to Zach is legally binding and Sheldon begrudgingly attending Mrs. Wolowitz's Thanksgiving celebration. A surprising highlight is Sheldon's bonding moment with Bernadette's father over football, showcasing his encyclopedic knowledge of the game, which traces back to his father's influence as a high school football coach. This scene is enriched by young Sheldon, which revealed Sheldon's latent football skills and explored his complex relationship with his father. The poignant connection between Sheldon and Bernadette's father, both grappling with personal losses, adds emotional resonance to the comedic chaos, making the episode a memorable blend of humor and heart. Sheldon steals Big Bang Theory's first Thanksgiving episode with a special scene. Although The Big Bang Theory's earliest Thanksgiving episode was already solid, the outing became even better thanks to young Sheldon's story. The Big Bang Theory's cast of characters were friends rather than co-workers or family members, making the series a hangout show. This loosely defined sitcom subgenre includes shows like Friends, New Girl, How I Met Your Mother, and Happy Endings. Distinct from workplace sitcoms like The Office and family sitcoms like The Big Bang Theory spin-off Young Sheldon, hangout shows typically follow a set of friends in their 20s or 30s navigating personal and professional problems. Since Friends is a titan of the genre and the show's Thanksgiving episodes are iconic, it is somewhat surprising that The Big Bang Theory didn't stage its own until Season 7, Episode 9, The Thanksgiving Decoupling. This outing was a complicated one whose plot followed numerous divergent strands, but it still went on to become a classic The Big Bang Theory holiday episode thanks to a few choice gags. One of these was made even better by young Sheldon's revelations about Sheldon's childhood and adolescence years later, which reinforced everything viewers had heard from the character in the original show. The Big Bang Theory's first Thanksgiving featured a lot of storylines. The Thanksgiving Decoupling was an unusually busy The Big Bang Theory outing that saw the gang bring an indignant Sheldon to Mrs. Wolowitz's Thanksgiving celebrations while Leonard found out about Penny's accidental marriage. As Amy, Raj, and Bernadette take charge of the elaborate dinner due to Mrs. Wolowitz's gout, Penny learns that her joke marriage to Zach in 2010 is legally binding. While young Sheldon's lone Thanksgiving episode was a sadder affair, the Thanksgiving Decoupling soon becomes a fast-paced romp as Penny calls Zach over to sign an annulment while Sheldon finds an unlikely ally at dinner thanks to football. In a surprisingly sweet twist, Howard's father-in-law commiserates with Sheldon over the loss of his father, George Sr. The Thanksgiving Decoupling brings back Sheldon's encyclopedic football knowledge, relying on Sheldon's uncharacteristic love of the game as he bonds with Bernadette's father over a football game. Sheldon's father was a high school football coach and constant exposure to the game, paired with his genius intellect, resulted in Sheldon eventually becoming an expert in the subject despite his apparent disinterest. In a surprisingly sweet twist, Howard's father-in-law commiserates with Sheldon over the loss of his father, George Sr. Like many of young Sheldon's off-screen tragedies, this was a sad event that The Big Bang Theory only occasionally treated all that seriously. Sheldon's conversation with Bernadette's father is better because of young Sheldon. Sheldon and Bernadette's father continued to bond over their mutual disdain for Howard, but Howard managed to get a compliment from his father-in-law before the Thanksgiving Decoupling ended. What made Sheldon's football knowledge funnier was a scene in Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 15, Teen Angst and a Smart Boy Walk of Shame, that revealed Sheldon had potential as a football player. George Sr. was delighted to find out Sheldon really could throw a ball around, but Sheldon was hilariously annoyed since The Big Bang Theory's future hero had been trying to get better at accepting failure in this young Sheldon outing.